A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Now, I've just about run out, or it's down to the dregs of this Glaco Ultra glass compound. And I thought what would be good to try is, can I repurpose the applicator for this, but with the Bilt Hamber review polish in this applicator effectively. So the first thing you want to do is clean out the old polish. You can see there, I accidentally cracked this because I tried to take this bit off without taking this off. So the first thing is take that thing off, give that a good clean. That's just like the storage lid. Take this felt bit off, give it a good clean. It's all water miscible, so you just need water and rush it out with a hose and clean that down. Then pop this off, so you won't do what I've done and crack it, but it seems okay. Pop that off. Then I need to put this down. Then put your camera down. Then just get your thumb in there and pull this plastic collar off, which just gives you more access. Then fill all that up with water and rinse it out, and keep rinsing it out till you're totally clear. And then just, then just like drizzle it all out so it's dry inside, and just get any of the sort of polish off the outside, when you're doing that. Okay, so we've got all our bits, and just make sure it's all reasonably clean. Now what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to take this product, and what we'll do is we'll just do 50 ml of the Bilt Hamber product. These are both, forgive me, these are both abrasive glass polishes that are sort of soluble in water, so you can sort of clean them, pressure wash them off the car after you've used them, or use a wet cloth or whatever, but they rinse off nicely. But the Bilt Hamber one is drier than the Glaco Ultra. This feels like thinner and wetter, and I'm worried if this is too thick, it might not work with this. With the Bilt Hamber one, you sort of use a custom applicator, use your own applicator or whatever, and then you spritz a bit of water on it to loosen it up, because it dries as you're kind of buffing on it. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is put in 50 ml roughly of this. Although yeah, it's got the right consistency, this stuff. So let's just get it up to 50 ml roughly, which is about where I am. I'm just measuring. Yeah, it's about between 40 and 60, so that's about right. And then I'm just going to add 5 ml, so around 10% of water into this product, just to loosen it a little bit. Might make it a bit more friendly. So that's 10%, isn't it? So about 10% water in there, which should be enough just to thin it a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. Get that lid back on this one. What I'm going to do is just stir this so it's all mixed up. Yeah, so it's just loosening it. Hopefully you can see that, to a more milky kind of thing rather than the creamy kind of thing. Now I've got the lovely task of getting this in here, and it's quite narrow. So I think the easiest way to do this would be a funnel. Actually, do I have a smaller funnel that will fit in there? I think I might do, actually. Hold on a second. That would be... Oh, I might have thrown away all those little funnels. I did. I've got a bigger funnel. I had a smaller funnel. That I could probably do it with the funnels, but probably the easiest way is to dunk this in here and squeeze and suck some of it up. That's going to be the easiest way, he says. That's worked really well. So that took about half of it. Well, not half of it, but some of it. So if I squeeze again while it's this way round, give it a really good squeeze, as long as I get some in here to be able to test it. Hold it in, dunk it, pull it. I think I've got enough in there, I think, to be able to test this. I've got a feeling if I try and pour it in, it's just going to go everywhere, but we could try. Oh no, that's okay. Get away with that as well. That's not bad. Might as well get it all in there. I think this Glaco thing holds 100 ml. There you go, get it all in there. Right, so it's obviously a little bit messy as well, so I'm just going to wipe all of this. I have a few little clothy doolies. Paper towels to hand. Once I've got the lid on, we'll be okay. So we'll just pop that in there. I'll rinse this. Hold on, where's that gone? Oh, yeah. So I'll pop that in there. Okay, we'll pop that on there. Get on there, you swine. What's that not going on? Oh, that's interesting. What am I doing that's daft there? There's got to be something going on that's daft. That should go on quite easily, I think. Oh, there we go. Pop that back on there. And then, if I just get a little bottle of water, we'll just clean that off. Wipe that. So we've got a good starting point. There we go, it's starting to look a bit more sensible. Okay, so that was pretty painless to do. Now let's see how we get on with using this. So we know we need to prime this to get it all through the felt. So we're just going to squeeze. It's good. Because the felt's a bit damp as well, so it's come through quite easily. But just having that damp felt in it is helping as well. And that's going to be enough product. Yeah, so just that little bit of water to thin it out. That works really well. So yeah, you never know, do you? You never know when you go and hack this. There might be something wrong. You know, there might just be something that doesn't quite work, and it'd be like, no, that's no good. But that just works really well in there. And then look, it hasn't dried. It's still wet, so I can still carry on using this polish and working it till I'm through whatever sealant or whatever is on my glass. Yeah, and you can go. The good thing about this applicator is as well, you can go right the way up to the edge. This applicator shouldn't break on you. It's like robust, but I've broken it trying to do this hack. But that was me being daft. But this applicator is pretty robust. It should last you a lifetime, really, and that bit of felt should last you a lifetime. Yeah, and that works really, really well. That's a good hack. Because otherwise you'll end up throwing that away, and it's like, it's a good tool for applying a glass sealant. I think it looks like quite a rich amount we've put on there, isn't it? Which is quite a lot. So I've given it a bit of a squeeze. So maybe you could experiment thinning it down even more. Because when it's quite rich like that, it makes it more ideal for using when you're washing the car, and then you can pressure wash it all off and like get the wash mitt on it or whatever and just blast off the slurry. So if you're doing it like I am with a car in a garage now, you don't want to rinse this car because it's just going to make a mess. So, you know, I've said a few times, like, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, look at that, right on my test panel. Swine. I've said a few times that just rinsing out a towel, if I just put that there, you know, so it's wet, we'll thin it down, and then you can sort of do it that way so you don't make a bigger abrasive slurry. And that's why I've kept off the edges as well. Obviously, if you're clearing this off, you want to clear the sealant off wherever it is. So yeah, I mean, look, and you can just contain the polish when you do this. So once I've got 99% of that polish off, yeah, this is building up with polish now, but I'll just get 99% of it off. Like that, you're out. Right, now I'm applying polish. Now you're out of that danger zone. You got it. It's under control. So there, and you just get a final clean side. you know, you go to a completely fresh side and wipe that all off. So you're done, and then you could dry it. Oh, I picked the wrong side, hold on, dummy. So the final clean side, pick it all up. Yeah, it's why you're better off kind of, if you can, doing this while you're washing. But like I say, it's not the end of the world to do it. To do it now, you just might want a couple more cloths. Then obviously you've got to get, you don't want to leave any polish on there, because it will leave like a white residue. But my God, yeah. So, Jesus, this polish is very aggressive, which is what you want, so that you're not buffing, you know, like, especially less so with getting through sealants. Most things, you know, will get through the sealants, but if you've got that staining on the glass, you don't want to be buffing on it by hand for hours. You want it to just cut through. So I always like the fact the Bilt Hamber products are always pretty aggressive, you know. Yeah, so that's great. So now, effectively, I could go and lay down a sealant on that glass and it'd be done. Whereas that side will still be all hydrophobic and have the remnants of other glass sealants on there. So that hack, 'tis a good hack, because that is a really good applicator. Yeah, just wanted to see if it works. It does. I'm quite proud of myself. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll put in the comments what you think of my genius, but it's not that genius, is it? It's just, it's like, of course it was going to work. But you never know, you never know, you never know. It worked. Over and out.